Hello everyone, Kevy the Boss 101 here, and today I'm going to be explaining, or at least attempting to explain, this monstrosity of a redstone calculator. Now, I'm going to start from, basically the very basics that you need to understand. So, you need to understand how binary works, which, to do that, I'll go find my binary adder. Alright guys, now that I'm here, I can try to explain. So let me grab a sign to write down some things to show. So this is the ones column, so you can, let's say you're adding, and actually I'll just put all of them in. So ones, can't see that, ones, twos, actually I should just put them on the lever, ones, twos, fours, eights, 16s, 32s, 64s, 128s, and then the outputs are the same way, so 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, except there's one other input. This is 256. Now this is basically what my machine is doing. So let's say you inputted 100 or 250 on one side. So it'd do 128 plus 64. So 128 plus 64 is 192. So let's say to enter 200 something, let's say we want to enter 225, we would add another 32, then add another 1. So there's some issues with this. Does on like a lot of these, this for some reason shows that it's on, or the left side shows that it's on, even though it's a lot of times not on. Actually, never mind. Just had this the wrong way. So basically, this is representing 225, and the math checks out. This is 225. So 225 on one side, and you can see the output is just 225. This is where the magic happens. Let's say you're wanting to add 25 to that. So you'd add 1 plus 16 plus 8. Now, this will basically calculate it, and it comes out with this answer, which, it's an even number, so there's no 1. So 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 16 is 26, plus 32 is 48. Well, you get the picture, so 48 plus 64 plus 128. And it equals 240. Wait, did I enter the math right? Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Did I? Okay, so I just got after checking it, I got my math wrong. It is indeed 250, which is the answer, because 225 plus 25 is 250. So basically, that's what it's doing, and I'll try to explain how it does that, but that's the adding thing, and then this output is in binary. The two inputs are in binary. So let me just cut to whenever I'm back. Alright, so I'm back now, and I'm gonna try to explain some of these circuits in more simple ways, because this just looks really confusing. Basically, these just send a signal. So these pistons just send a signal. This redstone just sends the signal. And, okay, so let's start on the ones column. So 1 in binary, or no, that's 9. 1 in binary is just the 1s lit up, right? This is 1s, 2s, 4s, and 8s, which is all you need to display 9. As you can see, only 1 is lit up. And the system, it tests which one is on. So, as you can see, if this one's on, we'll only activate the 1s. And the next one, which is 2, only activate the 2s. This one, which is the 3s, I think. Yeah, the 3s. We'll activate the 3s, and then 4s is also hooked up to the same area, but they don't activate each other. And so, the 4s, yeah, 4s activates 4s, 3s activates 3s. 5 activates a 4 and a 1. 6, a 4 and a 2. 7, 8, 4, a 2 and a 1. And then an 8. Where's 8? Oh, wait. 8 activates an 8 right here. And then 9 activates a 9. And then I just copy pasted that circuit for the other ones. Now we'll go on to 10s. And it essentially works the same way, where I turn it into binary. And I basically just did this for each of the things, except for the 1s and the 2s, which I just did manually like this. Now, what I did with this is to be able to output it, because you can't just, like, the signals would get mixed up. You can't just pluck them together. So what I did, I think is pretty smart, is basically the 1s, or no, the 100s and the 10s go into an adder. So, like, let's say you had 221 technically, but is there any that are overlapping in this? Need to activate that one, which is this one. Okay, so I can't do that. I'm gonna activate a 1 instead. 120. So hopefully there's some overflow somewhere. Looks like there is. So this one, both the inputs are on, basically turning this on and overflowing into the next column, which I'll explain how this adder works. And I'll probably put it towards the beginning of the video because I forgot to add it. I forgot to record it now. And then basically there's another adding circuit over here, which adds in the 1s column. And then the same thing's over on this side. And then basically there's just these really long redstone lines. So let me put something in the other column so that I can explain it better. Which, as you can see, I have 221 on that display. Or, I mean 121, same difference. Not really. Okay, let's say 212 here. And we can watch. It'll do the, like, math to output it to binary correctly. Here. And then, watch. These numbers will go into here. So, only 1 in the 1s, 1 in the 4s, 1 in the 8s, 2 in the 16s, which will overflow into the 32s, making 2 in the 30, or, yeah, whatever. Basically, it turns on the correct amount and does all the math needed in binary. Then it goes into this circuit, which I'll have a link to the video explaining this. But this, basically, it just inputs into this giant double dabble algorithm circuit, which I'll put a link to a video where you can see how this works. It's this slime thing. This is a custom one I made that works in the Bedrock edition of the game. But I'll link a video that'll show basically how this works. And then this brick-like thing, just I messed up the signals and I didn't want to run them super stupid ways, so this basically just moves the signals around. And then this is where we get to one of the fun parts that looks confusing but is actually not that confusing. These modules convert normal standard binary to BCD, which is good. So basically, you take like an input. Let's say you had. Okay, let's look at this one. So this is 1s, this is 2s. So this one's a 3, right? I mean, all of these are a 3. Yeah, 3, 3, 3. So basically, because these two are on, you code it to where like each of these is a line. So this is 1, and as you can see on wait, is that 1? Yeah, that looks like 1. Or no, that's 0. So only whenever the signal bit is the one that's off will 0 be on. And the signal bit's just hooked up to a lever because I didn't feel like making that. But I'm going to use this for a future design, so stay tuned for that. And then this is the 1s. So only whenever the 1s column is the only one on, it turns off this torch. None of these 3 are powering these blocks, also powering like this dust under it, turning it off. I mean on, which on is basically off. Now we go into 2s. So only when the 2s is off and the signal bit, which all of these have a signal bit, only when the 2s and the signal bit are off will this turn off, essentially turning it on. And it's the same for every single one, just depending on what the binary is. And as you can see on the 3s column, because 1, 2, and the signal bit is off, this line is off, which in turn actually turns on the torches connected to this line, which these torches are basically kind of placed in a way that displays the correct thing. So there's like 7 different segments of the display, and I'll show you with a different display, but basically whenever 1 is on, for example, it will know to turn on these 2 lamps right there and there. There and there. And then also, let me think if there's anything else. I'm pretty sure that's basically it for this calculator. I'll go show you what the 7 segment display looks like on its own to kind of explain it better. Also, I think this is cool. I'm going to show you that these are my evolution of calculators. So this is my first design. As you can see, pretty messy, but I mean, it works. 3 plus 3. You know that's 7. It also knows that's 7. So I mean, or I mean 6. I just messed that up. We have the not impressive redstone calculator, just to make sure there's nothing in here. You have 10 plus 4, and then we'll check back up on that. And then we have this one, which is impressive, but kind of ugly. And you had to input binary because I didn't know how to do the thing. So let's do 8 plus 5. And we'll watch to see that this one has been done. As you can see, 14, which I'm pretty sure is correct. So this one should be done. Oh my gosh, I did not realize we spam banners all over there. Anyway, yeah. Let's see, it's 13, which is correct. And then we have a few other designs. I think that's one of the few designs that I made, so Let me show you. I'm going to show you this one, which I already showed off in its own video. You can add up to 30, and it just looks a lot more finished and polished. Just nice overall. But I mean, it's less laggy than all of these are less laggy than my current one. And these are all the 7-segment displays. This is the first version. Then this is the second version, which is a bit smaller. As you can see, it's the one that I used. So like 5. This one must be broken. I don't know why it's broken. And why is 5 broken? Huh? No, 5's not broken. It's being powered somehow. I'll have to go look into that. Oh, it's this system. This is broken. I don't know why that's there. Oh, probably some copy pasting error that I didn't fix, but if we fix that, you can see it's 5. This display works fine. And then, yeah. That was it for this explanation video. It's probably a bit long comparing to my usual video length, but I feel like this is a lot more complicated. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. And also, guys, I'm going to try to keep a consistent upload schedule once every 2 days. So, and always at 1 p.m. So, be sure to look out for that. Anyway, I'm going to go. This has been Gabby Boss, and I'm out.